Yo, welcome to Music is a Day Job. I'm your host, Sean, and Music is a Day Job is brought to you by the Qoncert app. The Qoncert app is the artist accelerator app that takes artists from opener to headliner to on tour, gives the fan the best experience in independent live music. Now, today, what we're going to talk about is publicity stunts. And now, a lot of people say you do the publicity stunts. Like, there's tons of ways to do them. We've seen them all. We've seen the fake beefs. We've seen doing the crazy things online to go viral. We've seen making yourself look funny, all this stuff like that. And what I'm gonna tell you is this: I feel like you put yourself on a timeline if you do the publicity stunt. So what happens is this: if you're not as talented, if you're not that talented, then you're going to ruin yourself. Like, you might be able to make some quick money, you might not. And I think labels and like stuff like that, they see the publicity stunt, they go for it because they know they can make quick money out of that publicity stunt, and then they just throw you to the curb. So I think the publicity stunts, like, because I hear dudes say they want to do them, like, yo, what if we just did this, and it's like, it can get you fame. And if you're talented, you can hope that the publicity stunt doesn't become what you're known for, because then it's hard to dig out of that hole unless your talent is just so crazy. Like, it's hard to fight back out and I hate that the internet builds this idea for people that it's kind of like, do the publicity stunt, get known, and then try to hold on to the fame right there, because I watch a lot of people do it and they don't actually make enough money to hold on to it. But like, as I said, the label will get a hold of them and be like, hey, we can make this much money out of this publicity stunt, and then we just kick you to the curb. If you can control the publicity stunt that you're doing, I guess you could figure out a way to make money off of it and keep it going. But I watch so many people just ruin everything because of the publicity stunt, because then they're known as something, like they're known as the person that did a number 2 on the album like, on stage. And then it's like people just don't respect them no more. And it's like, it's hard to keep a fan base around that, because the fan base comes to you because of that. And then you're trying to turn them over. And it's not just talent based or personality based. And so it can only live for so long when you do something like that. I do feel like there are some forms of publicity stunts that could be, I guess, well, see, I just don't like the stunts. Like, I don't like the publicity stunts. Like, I know there's marketing tools that you can do that are like ways to make more people look at things, and you can add it if that's just who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you're just a prank dude and you do pranks or whatever like that, and that's like your personality, and it like shows in who you are. So it's like, if you control that and that's like who you are as a person, but don't go do pranks just because you think that brings awareness to you. Because what happens is then you're making people listen to content that has nothing to do with this, and nothing to, like, the personality has nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes even labels push these publicity stunts to the point that they force people to do them, and you watch their career just drop off. And it's because the fans then, like, they're attached to that. And I always tell people, like, some of the things that people do, because they push the limits so far, you make it so now you have to push the limit even further to keep attention, when there's artists that are just talented enough to keep the attention. And you're doing a publicity stunt, and now you got to push the envelope even further next time. You have to do 10 times more crazy stuff. Like, I hate to say names, but we all know the artists that do these things, and it's like you see them fall off, and it's like it's the only one that still kind of holds on, and we know who he is, and he's in the news all the time, but he has to do so much crazy. He's wearing crazy stuff right now. He's doing everything, and he's still not as popular as the most popular dude in music. And that tells you something, because he's doing all these stunts, and he's actually talented, and he's doing all these stunts consistently, and still isn't as big as this person. And he's still not as big as a couple people. But that's the thing, is like the publicity stunts can take you to a level, but he didn't make it off publicity stunts. He made it off pure talent, and then he started doing them. So I feel that stay away from the publicity stunts. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from the fake beef and all this stuff like that to get attention, because then that is where the attention goes, and you can't then contain that attention after that. So I feel like it's kind of useless. Like, it's kind of useless to me. I get where the internet's going, but it's so oversaturated. You got to think about it and go like, it's so oversaturated. Can this compete with everything that's going on? Because I feel like people have become like almost like the shock value is going. Like, you have to take it so left field these days that the shock value is gone. You know what I'm saying? You have a better chance just going with your music and your talent and finding a real fan base. You might not get the fame that you want, but if you're looking for fame, then yeah, maybe you should. But if you're trying to look for consistency to like make money and be like an artist and just do what you want to do as an artist based off what your talent is, because you can't keep it consistent, because then those people are tagged to that. So I guess this video is kind of like one of the short ones, because I don't really have much to say about that. But I did get asked about people doing publicity stunts. I hear people do it. Like, kids will ask me like, man, what if I just go diss everybody in the city? Like, is that something you want? Like, and then, like, people will be like, well, it's about like competition. This is like, yes, it's about competition. It's about competition of talent. When you do stuff like that, you risk the idea of things outside of music being involved, because everyone doesn't take it like that. Like, everyone doesn't see it like that. Like, I'll give you since we have a little bit of time, I'll give you a for instance. There was an artist that was in my city when I was moving around and I was getting buzz, and he decided to take shots at our crew. And now, I'm personally not like coming from like what I believe and how like my parents taught me and stuff like that. Like, I never learned like the joke. Like, we'll see, I joke a bunch, but I never learned like some things you said I didn't know to take as a joke. Like, you can say things that to me it's not like rap. You know what I'm saying? So then I see it a certain way. And so it became like I'm not going to rap back at that point, because then I think you're saying something that you want a response in a different way. So then at points, like, I felt like it was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it must be popping. Like, it must be what you want. And this can lead to something totally different between two people, because they don't understand where you're saying it's music and stuff like that. And this is where publicity stunts can take it too far. That can get you in something that has nothing to do with music. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with music. And like, people who I was around, they didn't take it as music. So then this guy, like, he got worried, and just at the end of the day, you can't be in that space, because he was then saying, hey, it's just music. But he didn't know. Like, he only assumed, like, because the way we rapped and we made the party songs and the songs for the girls and stuff like that, he felt like the publicity stunt of what he was doing would get his attention up with the people that I have as fans. But the people around me and stuff like that didn't take it that way. And so that's why I tell artists, like, don't do these publicity stunts you can't control and what people will remember you for, because it can ruin what your talent is, and your talent could be stronger. It just may take you more time to get your talent off the ground. So respect your talent and believe in your talent versus having to do something to get the attention of everybody. So once again, this music is a day job. I'm your host, Sean. It's brought to you by the Qoncert app. The Qoncert app is in tons of states right now. So if I'm in your state, definitely jump on shows, start performing. If we're not in your state, then tell everyone to join. Tell everyone to get on the app now. Get on the app now, and that will show me how many people are in each area. This then determines how quick I can get to those areas. If you know any venues in your area that we need to go to, let me know, and I'll start hitting them up, and then we try to get in those spaces like that. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, this Music is Day Job. I'm your host, Sean.